What is going on, everyone? It is Hudson here from the Simple Broadcast, giving you yet another Overwatch class breakdown video today. And, he's one of the defense category classes. He's the second on the defense list from the left-hand side. I'm going to basically be telling you all his abilities from A to Z, how he plays, what you should do with him, his abilities, the damage he does, and stuff like that. Anyway, before we get into that, I just wanted to say I've been kind of busy in the last couple days, and it is the last week of school, so I'm kind of halting on my upload schedule. I'm still doing 2 to 3 videos a week, and once school is over, I'll be flying through uploads and doing, hopefully, streaming soon. I'm just thinking of definitely getting a mic and a webcam, which will cost me around $200. But after I have that, it'll be all good, and I can definitely upload and stream from there, and there'll be no excuses. Anyway, so to get right into things, on the left-hand side, as usual, we have the ability breakdown list. He has his wall climb just like Genji, except for this, he doesn't have his double jump in midair. You can wall climb to get up walls and get to height advantages with Hanzo, because that's definitely where you're going to be using this character for most of the time. You're going to definitely need it with him. You have a storm bolt, which is basically his bow and arrow. You just, hold your left click down, and you can charge it up and fire it. You can charge it to maximum, so it goes as far as it can, or you can just fire arrows at a faster rate. It depends if you want to go to full charge or not. Then you have a sonic arrow, which is kind of like Widowmaker's ultimate in a little arrow in a portable area. You just fire it in a short distance, and it'll highlight anyone through walls, and it'll show you them for a short period of time around that location. Then you have your scatter arrow, which is what you probably see in most of the cinematics and most things you watch. But he basically has his arrow split into multiple little pieces, and it's very good use in small, tight rooms, because you can definitely take out a lot of people with that, which is nice. Then you have his ultimate ability, which everyone knows this ability for. It's his ultimate, which is just 2 twin dragons that come at you and just destroy shit. But, Anyway, so that's pretty much for the gist of his abilities. Going into the damage part here on the right-hand side, he, has 200 health as usual. He's a defense. His Storm Bolt is about 1 shot a second. That is if it's fully charged. If it's not, you can do 1 every half second, I believe, at the least, and then 1 every 0.75 seconds if it's halfway charged or something like that. So it is between 29 to 125 based on how many seconds or how long you charge it for. So again, 125 being the full charge and 29 just being the flick of the arrow. You normally in a fight you'd use the flick of the arrow just to finish someone off, and the 125 for long range sniping. His sonic arrow, again, you don't really hit people with this. It's more used to just shoot into a corner and see what people are. But if you happen to hit someone with it, it does 125 damage. The scatter arrow, on the other hand, does 75 damage per arrow, and there is a headshot on that. You can get a headshot critical, so it'll do more than that. But there's 5 arrows that come out of it and rebound. I think it's 1 to 3 times. Then you have his Dragon Strike, which his final ability, ultimate, which is, I think it's around 150 to 200 damage per second. It depends where you are. If you're directly in the middle, you're doing 200 damage per second. If you're near the sides, it's only about 50 to 100, I'd say, but it kind of depends where you are. But most of the time, if you use this ability, everyone's dead. You can't get out of it fast enough for it to be useless. But you gotta be careful how you use this. Again, you can shoot this thing through wall, and it will kill everyone through it. It's very nice for that, because if you use your sonic arrow and coupled with this, you use your sonic arrow. If the entire team is behind a wall, use it behind a wall, and you'll get pretty much your team killed the entire time. Anyway, going into the more vague things that are kind of personal things, I would say Hanzo, he's a 3-star player, so he's very hard to play based on Blizzard's hero ranking system. If you hold F1 or click on their info, you'll see the stars in the top right when you load up character. But he's definitely very hard to play, and it took me 2 hours just to get, I think it was 10 minutes of gameplay with this guy. But you get better as you go. Now I'm a lot better with him because I've been doing this weekly challenge, and the new weekly challenge on PC, or I could be on Xbox and PS4 too, is the Shiamata brothers, which you fight as Genji and Hanzo, and those are the only 2 characters you can pick. And it's pretty cool though, and it's interesting to play. So you definitely know how to use them better and kind of know how to time your shots right and use it in engagements like that. When it comes to Hanzo and His effectiveness, I would say, I would personally go for the Widowmaker just because the Widowmaker has better long-range sniping in my opinion because she has a scope and can see people. But if you're like one of those people who also likes a bit of medium to long range, then I'd go for him because Widowmaker's ultimate isn't very good. You can just see through the walls. It's not very effective. It is good, but it's not as powerful as his dragons for sure, or his ability to, you know, fire multiple arrows into a room and get, you know, like a triple kill. But anyway, when it comes to that, that's pretty much it for Hanzo. There's nothing really new about him. In my opinion, I think he can get slightly buffed, like very slightly buffed. I think that if your arrows, like your arrows should be given some sort of aim assist. Like if you're really, really, really close to him, it should kind of almost lock on, but not too much into an overpowering view where being able to lock onto your head. That would be kind of stupid. But just if you're really close to them and they're far range, it'll lock onto them or something like that. Because, you know, in most situations, if this is even up close, you're dead with this guy. If you're using Hanzo to fight Tracer or anyone like Bastion, you're gonna die because they're gonna move too quickly. But anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be sure to see you guys in the next Overwatch video.
I'm on fire. Need healing.